I happened to be in Los Angeles, and Shaggy was in Los Angeles the same night, and so we decided to get together for dinner. It was a pretty somber dinner. You didn't have to say it out loud to know what everyone else was thinking, and that was, this is nearing the end. One of the biggest struggles that I saw, this tremendously confident artist, Shaggy, dealing with the internal struggle of failing. And all of a sudden, one of the people that worked at MCA, his marketing director at the time, gets a BlackBerry message.
Out of nowhere, there's a DJ out of Hawaii that started to play It Wasn't Me from the album.
All right, here we go today. Thanks for joining us. It's Jam 95.7. My name is Pablo. In 2000, I was an afternoon DJ at KIKI. My job as being a music director for Hot 93.9 in Honolulu was procuring music.
I heard that the DJ in Hawaii, he tried to reach out to MCA to get a copy of the album, the promo album. I mean, they were basically like, fuck off. We're not sending any more out. We gave out however many. So he wound up grabbing it off a Napster.
You know what, the way you say it and the way it sounds like it, like I did some shady underground downloading thing. Like, I just wanted an edge. I wanted to be better than every other radio station in Hawaii. So that's when I started scouring the internet. I saw Shaggy and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna download that. It's his new album. No one's got it yet. I didn't even get really a chance to listen to it because back in the day, when you download stuff, you just download it and you wait and you just hope you don't hear that modem sound ever again. But I threw it on a CD. And on a Monday, when I was just driving home, Shaggy's It Wasn't Me came on. And when you listen to the record, it's a one-listen record. It's one of those records where you're like, damn. I found myself singing the damn song halfway through the song. Picture this, we were both butt naked. So I walked into the studio, I put it into the CD player, press play, listened to the first bar. Next thing you know, I started looking to the left, and that's where the phone lines were. And right with the phone lines, 1 started blinking, 2 started blinking, 3. And I'm like, okay, I'll get to it. Let me enjoy the song. But once the hook came in, butt naked, banging on the bathroom floor, I looked over to my lines, and next thing you know, all 6 of them were going off. Hot 939, hello? Hey, brother. Hey, who this right now on the radio? Oh, my man, it's Shaggy. It wasn't me. Oh, thanks, Roger. Get in, bye. Hot 939, hello? Hi, who's this? It's Pablo. No. Who's this on the radio? Oh, Shaggy. It wasn't me. Thank you. I appreciate it. Take care. Bye-bye. This song reached everybody on the island of Oahu. There was so much reaction from every radio station in Hawaii. Can we get this record as well? The label goes, we don't know how. We don't even have it. I've got the only copy of Shaggy, It Wasn't Me.
And all of a sudden, he was playing it 10 times for the night, back to back. Imagine we had started a tour on the East Coast. We're coming up to flap shows, all the way down till when we hit the Midwest. The show the night before, 200-300 people. The next show after that is Albuquerque, New Mexico. When we leave the hotel, going to the show, there's police with sirens and everything. The amount of people are outside and cannot get into this fucking venue. Are they here for us? It's like, yo. And we played, and it was fucking pandemonium. Honey came in and she got me red-handed, creepy with the girl next door. Picture this, we were both butt naked, banging on the bed. And when we dropped It Wasn't Me, we played it 4 times back to back. We couldn't even hear the song, how loud they were singing this record. We were like, what the fuck?
The record started blowing up and started coming up the East Coast, and it just never stopped. It just never stopped.
For the first time, and the only real time in my professional life, I saw a song that just bubbled to the top all by itself.
And the album started selling, and started selling. 500,000 a week in sales. This is hard copies. And then, 10 million later, wasn't me.
It almost didn't make it to the album. And oddly enough, it's what propelled the album to the 10 million, there it is, 10 million sales.
It was #1 in almost every country. I think in every country.
Then, of course, after it's selling in millions and millions and millions, now all of a sudden everybody's, yeah, we did great, all this bullshit, like as if they did something.
Nobody at MCA Records lifted a finger until it became unstoppable.
And they chase. It's been like that my whole career.
When they get me in the shower, it wasn't me. That shit was hard. Pause.
My ducks, my swans, welcome to the pond.
My name is Dorian from Group82music.com, and right here we got Shaggy talking about how his #1 smash, It Wasn't Me, did it without zero label support. This is a really, really dope video. It was put together by Vice. Go to their YouTube channel, watch it. It's like 25 minutes long. Very good story. I took the meat of it so y'all could really get the gist. Basically what happened, man, was they weren't feeling Shaggy. He hadn't had a hit in a while. They weren't talking to him. He had dropped the album and flopped, and they were like, basically, bro, you're about to be out of the business. We're about to get rid of you. They weren't talking to him, weren't talking to the producer, whatever. And they were recording songs for this album, and It Wasn't Me was one of those records. And they played it for their manager at the time. This isn't a label dude, this is a manager. And the manager told them, that song sucks. Don't put it on the album. They're like, shit, all right. The white dude who you saw in the video happened to come by the studio. And he came by the studio, and Shaggy and the producer, the dude that was cussing, light-skinned dude, they went and get something to eat. When they went and got something to eat, they just had songs on a loop. They accidentally had It Wasn't Me on that loop in there. And the white dude was like, what is that? They was like, oh, they don't worry about that. It ain't gonna make the album. He was like, nah, I think you should put it on the album. It was like, man, nah, our manager said don't. He was like, yeah, man, you should put that on the album. He was like, shit, all right, cool. So, what they got to lose? They about to get dropped anyway. And they put on the album, and then that's when the whole story started with the Hawaii DJ and all that. This just goes to show you a few things. Managers don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Labels don't know what the fuck they're talking about. These people aren't smart. I know y'all think they're smart because they have titles, they have suits, and they make these salaries, and they got offices. They're not intelligent people. When I was coaching college basketball, these dudes are on TV and they're leading these programs and they're doing these interviews and they got suits and they got millions of dollars, and I would meet these coaches, head coaches, big name coaches, who y'all know. These dudes are idiots. Like, not idiots in basketball, idiots overall. They're not intelligent people. Stop putting your entire career in their hands. They were going to drop Shaggy, and they told him It Wasn't Me sucked. It went diamond, and they try to take credit for it after the fact. These labels don't know nothing, man. This is why it's our time. It's independent artist time. Stop depending on these labels to save you. They're just gonna shelf you until the streets say we want you. That's it. You can get the streets to say we want you right now. It's called social media. It's called Spotify. It's called streaming. That's what it's called. Get all your stuff popping now and get paid 100% of it now instead of going to a label and hoping they're gonna get you a check. They ain't gonna do nothing. They only want a sure thing. Remember I told you, they only want a turnkey operation. Why in the hell am I gonna build the car from the ground up, from scratch, make it turnkey where we can go 200 miles an hour on the highway and then sell it to you for 20% of its value? That's what you're doing when you sign to a label. Shaggy don't need them. Shaggy's eating off this song for the rest of his life. It's his life record. And they didn't do nothing. They tried to silence it. They told him it was trash. And look at what it did. Stop depending on these labels. Take control of your career. Click that link in the bio. Get our package for 60% off. Get your permanent Spotify placement for only $9.99. It's originally $250. 95% off. I'm out the pond. Y'all stay true.
Group82music.com.